Hello everybody, welcome to the Barbra Streisand VideoCast number 6. Already I'm off to a bad start. How are you today? Hope all of you are fine. I have to admit today's VideoCast is being done with a little bit of a pall over us. Last night came the news that Whitney Houston had died, and it's sad. No matter what you thought of her life or her struggles, she had a magnificent voice, and she died too soon, died too young. So it's a little sad, trying to be happy and jolly and talk about Barbra when somebody, tragically died so young. But we're going to go on. And tonight, the Grammy Awards are going to be on, and I'm sure they're going to do plenty of tributes to Whitney. I don't expect Barbra to be there. Barbra was there last year. She did sing Evergreen. I don't think it was her greatest performance. But I do think she has given a great Grammy performance, and that was 1980 when she sang with Neil Diamond. And if you will go to my Examiner.com site, you'll read all about how Barbra came up with the idea of staging the song that way and why it turned out to be so magnificent. And so read about it at theexaminer.com. But tonight, I think the only Barbra Streisand name that might be announced is when Duck Sauce wins for Best Rap Dance Music, Jigga, whatever they call it, Fusion, Metro, something or other. Because that song is catchy and it probably will win. And under different circumstances, I think it would have been hilarious if when they announced that win, if Barbra had gone to the stage and said, "You said Barbra Streisand, here I am to collect my Grammy. What? It's not for me?" But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen, especially not now. But let's talk about, last week I mentioned some business about the Barbra reunions and fandom. So somebody had asked me if I would tell you more about our trip to Malibu, which occurred at the third Barbra reunion. And the third Barbra reunion was held in Los Angeles. We stayed at the Bellage Hotel, which was absolutely gorgeous. We got such a good deal from them. And one of the highlights of the 3-day weekend was to go to see the Streisand Conservancy, which was, of course, Barbra's old Malibu home in Ramirez Canyon. Now, the fans were really psyched. We had over, I think, like 120 people signed up, and everybody wanted to go on the tour. So what we had to do, or what we discovered, is that you cannot drive all these cars up to the Malibu home. It's private, and the roads are very small and very narrow, and you couldn't even hire a big bus to take everybody up there. So what we had to do was get small school buses, like mini buses, and each mini bus held, I think, 35 or 40 people, so we had 3 or 4 buses, and we divided everybody up as if we were camp counselors, and everybody was our campers, and we got on the camp bus, and we were going to Camp Barbra. And you should have seen it. I mean, it was wonderful, because you had all these different groups, everybody jumping onto and then we had T-shirts that said, "We're going to Camp Barbra," and we were singing songs on the way to Malibu. It was fantastic. When we got there, it was everything you imagined it would be. I mean, if you've watched Barbara's interview with Geraldo Rivera, and you saw the houses and you saw the property, it was really amazing. Now, a couple of things that were interesting. First of all, the Art Deco house. Well, what can you say? It was Barbra's masterpiece. It looked fantastic. They hadn't taken care of the pool, though, so the pool looked crappy. But the rest of it looked gorgeous. We saw the tile carpet under the tile, We saw inside a lot of the furnishings inside the house were still there. And one of the things that we found out back, and us being, crazy fans, was we found some of the ceramic tile. And I got one. And I've had it all these years. And I'm going to show it to you now. This is a sample If I can get the damn thing open. Okay, here we go. This is a sample of the ceramic tile from the Malibu house. And you can see it's that Barbara burgundy that she loves so much. And it was all piled up in the back, and we, most of us all grabbed one. Some grabbed two. I grabbed one, which I hold forever. And this is from the Art Deco house. It was extra. Also at the property was the barn. And the barn was where she really lived with John and Jason and John's son Christopher. And you could see there was a loft, and there was a beautiful, it was very old and very rustic looking, very small though, not almost like Barbara said once that it was like her New York apartment, her first apartment. It was a very small structure, very cozy, and the kitchen was very small too, and she said that she actually used the kitchen. Well, we actually saw in the kitchen there was an imprint in the wall that looked like John probably had bashed his fist right into it, because who knows how angry he got. So there was definitely an indent in the wall of the kitchen. Then the Peach House. The Peach House was really, really beautiful. That was considered the working house where they had a big screening room there, and they would do conferences and business meetings. That was really beautiful. There was a caretaker's house. We didn't really take a look at that one. And I think that was it. I think there was one more house. I don't remember the name of it. But basically it was 5 different houses. Now the other thing that was really exciting about the property was trying to figure out where they staged One Voice. Because the way the property was laid out now, you couldn't really tell. So finally, Karen Swenson was with us. And Karen, who wrote The Second Decade, she kind of showed us how the layout was. And when she did, we all decided to have our picnic lunch on the grass where One Voice was held. And we had box lunches. We all sat down. We all, communed with nature. And we didn't get to hear the crickets or the cicadas like Barbara talked about, but we were on the grounds where One Voice was. And interestingly enough, when you're talking about One Voice, Whitney Houston was that One Voice. She was very young. I think it was only like the second year of her career. And she was sitting in the front. And you can actually see her when Barbara sings God Bless America and asks everybody to please stand. One of the people who stands and sings is Whitney Houston. So there's that connection. Now, one of the other great memories of the third Barbara reunion was we had Barry Denon appear, and he talked about his book, and he actually played one of the rare audio tapes that he had saved of Barbara. It was just Barbara and a guitar and her singing A Taste of Honey. Magnificent, beautiful, so young and pure. And then on the last day of the reunion, we had a great, great trade show. I mean, we had Barbara fans bringing stuff from all over the country, and everybody got to wander around and buy photographs, posters, you name it, we had it. And Barbara Collectibles, it was terrific. Now, on the subject of Barbara Collectibles, I wanted to tell you all about eBay. And some of you I know shop on eBay, but currently on eBay this week, as a matter of fact, my friend Don Gunderson, who I've met at the reunions, is doing he's decided after all these years to sell most of his Barbara collection, and he goes under the name DB Collectibles. He has over 81 new items that he put up on Friday. So if you are a Barbara collector, if you have some money and can afford it, go look on eBay and look at the Barbara stuff, and I can highly recommend Don Gunderson's stuff, DB Collectibles. Now, I gotta stop saying now. I'm repeating myself. Oh my God, I'm repeating myself. Can you name the movie? Okay. Last story. Somebody asked, how could we get together? How do fans get together? Here's how you do it. Try to meet fans online who live in the same area that you do. If you put a shout out, if you live in New York, if you live in Chicago, if you live in LA, wherever you live, whatever region of the country, put a shout out and ask if there are any Barbara fans who'd like to get together. if anybody, when people respond, and people will respond, suggest a meeting. Suggest a meeting place, maybe a coffee shop, maybe a Starbucks, maybe, go to, a Fridays or a Chili's, somewhere neutral. And just suggest getting together as as sort of a getting to know you kind of thing. And the perfect opportunity to do this is coming up because April 24th is just around the corner. And we all know that it's a national holiday. It's Barbra's birthday. And this is a big one. This is the 7-0 birthday. So what better time to meet other Streisand fans than April 24th this year, Barbra's birthday. So get to work, put out your emails, go on the Barbra News message board, meet other fans, and see if you can drum up some friendships. You will be shocked and you will be thrilled to find out that there are so many other fans out there that are just like you, just like me, who just want to get together, share a little Barbra, and have some fun. And you'll also discover that a lot of fans have stuff that, maybe you haven't seen before, video you haven't seen before, music you haven't heard before. Maybe they want to show you their photos, show you their scrapbooks. It's a great way to meet people. And believe me, in this world, you are definitely not alone. There are a lot of Barbra Streisand fans. So that's it for this week. Hope you have a happy Valentine's Day. I know I will. It's also my anniversary this week. 22 years. 22 years with the same guy. Yeah, believe it. So wish me a happy anniversary. I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. And I will see you next week for the 7th Barbra Streisand VideoCast. And hopefully you're all still enjoying them as much as I'm enjoying doing it. And I don't know whether I'm going to watch the Grammys or not tonight. I might just watch the highlights. But however, or whatever, hope you have a great week. And still, sorry about the news. Hopefully next week we'll have better news to celebrate. And until then, this is Allison Waldman, your Barbra Streisand guru, saying bye-bye and have a great week. Bye-bye.